It's 6 a.m. and while the rest of Livonia still lies asleep, the Spartan hockey team is wide awake in preparation for the upcoming season. One by one they enter. Some for the first time. Others for the last. But for all of them, it's their first look at Team 45. And that means it's time to go to work.
Stay on those heels, stay on those heels. Quick beat!
Today is day one.
Tell them if they want it, they can come and get that. I swear I love my city, I just want less. See me, they say when we ain't ready for that. Detroit verse, everybody.
The morning starts as Coach Dave Mitchell addresses his squad for the first of many times, and it begins as any first meeting would, with introductions.
All right, welcome. We just got going this morning. Most of you know each other, a few new faces, but this is where we're at. Okay, we had a number of meetings last night. Let's go through.
Joel Quintero, number 23, junior.
Stephen Oshansky, senior. Alex Hultquist, junior.
Well, coming in this year, it was a whole different group of guys compared to my junior and sophomore year. I'd had the same group of kids from the 96 Knights growing up, so we already knew each other coming into the season, and this year it was a lot of new faces.
Justin Alton, sophomore.
Alex DeFlorio, junior.
You're a senior.
Oh wait, I'm a senior.
Definitely a good impression. I mean, it definitely as a leader, the rest of the team makes it a lot easier. On me anyway, you know, just because everyone's, you know, let's get down to business. Let's do it. Let's get the job done.
But as far as new guys, that's it. That's the only day I make reference to new guys. There's no rookies here. There's no hey Rook get the pucks. There's no hey Rook get my bag. That's all the hazing stuff that doesn't happen. Not only doesn't happen because we put down the people, but it doesn't happen because there's no, oh, I've been here 3 years, so I get this. There's no, I've been here 2 years. None of that. None of that. Okay? The only hazing that would be allowed is by the coaching staff to Peterson. Okay? He'll take his for being the new guy. Oh, they got that on tape.
Introductions aside, the team begins the long and arduous process of preparing for what will be a grueling 25-game schedule. And while the games, goals, hits, and saves are what the fans come to see, a team does not reach that point without countless hours of practice and preparation. Because it is so paramount to success, Coach Mitchell expects an approach to practice to be as important as an approach to games. A message he delivers immediately.
You know, ever since you guys have been white since coaches walk by, so talk about the game, talk about the, you know, and you don't. But I don't understand the two approaches. And I don't understand if you guys all agree with me, because, again, actions speak louder than words. You say, yes, coach, we buy in, practices are more important, practices are just important, or just as important. If you won't do it before the Brother Rice game, why are you doing it before practice? Unless what you're saying to me is that the Brother Rice game is more important than today. And believe me, this is going to be hard to see our reactions and how long we can keep this up, because I'm asking for like extreme buy-in and intensity, like for a complete season. And some of you, I'm afraid, I don't know, some of you have never done it before for a week, let alone 6 months, 3 months, right? 4 months. Some of you have never done it at a practice before because practices are just eh. A lot of you guys have music on. I always wonder like who's going to be the first guy to put music on before practice. And I don't want to see anybody do it tomorrow because then, okay, you know. But the next couple days, like just some guy's going to be the first. Who's gonna start approaching, like really approaching a game or practice like a game?
So all these little things that we're doing, we're trying to be different than everybody else. We want to have a culture that's different, or a culture that's similar to other successful programs. And we're developing that every day.
He says similar, and I think it's got to be better because, again, it goes back to the ordinary, extraordinary. And it's not being disrespectful, but we're asking you guys to move mountains. And if we don't give you the tools to move mountains, then we're not even going to move the smallest anthill.
Greatness doesn't come without practice. Perfection isn't attained before countless attempts of failure. These are the moments that go unseen. And while it may not draw the crowds, a man is defined not by what he does when all eyes are on him, but rather what he does when no one is watching.
Approach practice like we're approaching a game, so we'll get there, you know, right after school, stretch, you know, get ready, and you got to bring it every day, you know, because your playing time essentially is on the line. So, you know, we keep that in mind, and you know, we got to play like we're playing a game.
It was pretty cool to see the pace, how it changed from just a regular practice setting to all the way up to like a game setting. I mean, kids would, you know, get slashed and just move on. Now if you get slashed in practice, you start going at it with kids where there's nothing personal with it. It's all just because we want to be the best, and to make each other the best, we got to do that little stuff in practice.
All the preparation in the world couldn't ready Team 45 for the unknown. That was the biggest challenge for Dave Mitchell and his staff, getting his group to buy into a cause with an unknown outcome.
It's good to be loose. It's good to be confident. And we can be confident because we have prepared. Okay? But preparation does not equal success alone. Preparation without execution is useless. Okay? Preparation without execution doesn't mean anything. Okay? Preparation is what you do in order to execute. You execute because you are prepared, and you prepare to execute.
No, I think for the most part, everyone handled it well. It is hard at first. You're like, can I do this? Like, I made the team. Like, can I really do this? Am I really going to play? And I think everyone held in there a lot better than expected, and really took it in and realized that, you know, for the next 6-7 months, like this is this is our life, this is what we're going to do, and we're really going to focus on the main goal at the end of the season. So I think it was handled very well.
But I am serious. Like, I am confident with this team, maybe more than I ever had because of our preparation. Okay? But execution, you have to execute. And it's why we're so hard on you to execute in practice. Because if we can't execute in practice, you're not going to execute out here. Close your eyes, let's play the game in your mind.
On the strength of its leadership, seniors carried the bulk of the load early on, as players like Alex DeFlorio, Mick Sinclair, Vinny Glenn, and Alex Hunt combined to score 20 of the team's first 25 goals.
That's the thing, is last year there was the 2 to 3 guys last year that we looked to. This year, we don't really look to anyone. Anyone can do anything at any given moment. And that's just what makes this team so special, is the, I don't want to say the word, but inconsistency of the best player who's the best. You don't need to look for any specific person. Anyone can do it at any given time, and that's what I love about every guy on the team.
No team achieves success without battling adversity. After beginning the season 5-2-0, with both losses coming in overtime, the Spartans' strong start would be spoiled near winter break. It's been more than a decade since Stevenson has lost a game to crosstown rival Livonia Franklin. So when the Patriots tied the Spartans not once, but twice, Team 45 was left reeling and managed just one win in the next 6 outings.
Well, I think if you ever become complacent, then, you're letting other people catch up to you. And back then, it was that big a deal if you got scored on against Franklin. It wasn't seen as a competitive game, and now it's so much different.
First time we knew it was a fluke, that something just went wrong. We weren't ready for the game. And none of us really thought Franklin was that good. And the second time we played him, there was just a bunch of hardworking kids, and we finally learned that.
I do get nervous right before the game because I don't know what's going to happen, but after the first save, I feel just as normal, and I just play my game best that I can.
I think my role is just big body, so I gotta, use it to fight off other guys, fight off checks and stuff, and just wear down a lot of the team's defense, so we can give our goal scorers a chance to really perform. I mean, I don't have the speed like Darren Helm, but just a guy that just gotta go out there and you gotta wear down the other team. I look at myself too. I mean, just if they call my number, I gotta at least make something. Even if I don't score the goal or set up the play, that they gotta build off my momentum.
With the team reeling, winless in 5 of the last 6 games, Dave Mitchell had to get his team back on track and needed to do it quickly. As the Spartans headed to Traverse City for the annual North-South Showcase, facing not one, but two top 10 opponents on consecutive nights against TC Central and TC West. A very unorthodox approach. Coach Mitchell channeled his inner Elsa from the popular Disney movie, Frozen.
Adversity comes, adversity hits. It's those moments that will be there. Thoughts come in, you let them go. Let it go, let it go. Okay, let it go. Let them go.
The phrase "let it go" and the concept of "let it go" talked about having a short-term memory when things would happen to us of an adverse nature. If something would go wrong, something wouldn't go our way, you know, actually to tell you the truth, even positive or negative, like you always have to move on to the next one, the next shift, the next period, the next play.
You focus on what we can control. You excel on what we can control. Okay? You don't just focus on it. You take what we can control and we excel at that. We excel at that.
The cold never bothered me anyway.
Well, I've always thought that time the team always starts to click is Traverse City.
I really want to say Traverse City.
Traverse City.
The first Traverse City game?
I would say Traverse City.
When you're always hanging out, you know, for a full weekend, everyone starts, you know, branching out, coming out of their shells, you know, especially younger kids. And that weekend, you know, we played two good games, two solid games, you know, through all three periods, and real defensive, you know, shutting teams down, limiting teams, which has been, you know, kind of our MO going through.
First goal is the Spartan, 8 students. Hey, you know what? Staying in the present, we will enjoy this, but I will not forget, like we'll enjoy this getting undressed, but then when we leave here, what's our focus turn to? West. Because we got the one, now we get the sweep. Okay, now we come up here and we make a statement. Okay, but we understand how we did it. How did we do it? Playing in the what? Now. Playing in the present. Playing in the now. Playing in the present. It was a great job.
As if the showcase wasn't enough of a challenge, the team made the long trek back down I-75, where defending Division II state champion Trenton awaited just 3 days later. Most teams would shy away from such a difficult stretch in the schedule, but this point in the season would prove to be the turning point, where Team 45 went from an ordinary hockey team to extraordinary. last line of defense. You could argue that a team is only as strong as its goalie. Having not one, but two of the top netminders in the state of Michigan proved to be the team's biggest asset.
I think it gives, from a forward standpoint anyway, just way more confidence. You know, you can just go full out in the offensive zone, like, you know, let's just do this, let's press, let's do this. And you know that the goalies will bail you out. It's definitely good to have two better goalies because, you know, if we didn't, I think things would be much different right now for sure.
Personally, I mean, I played with Barber and Rosie for, you know, before even being on Stevenson, and just I kind of had confidence in both of them. So I mean, I think it allows a lot of us, especially the guys that played with them before, that these guys are good. And they'll stop pretty much anything if they can see it. So I think it gives us a lot of opportunities to attack when we got a lot of confidence in two great goalies like that.
Senior Andrew Rosenbaum returned after being named a member of the 2014 Division II All-State team the previous season. Junior Cullen Barber would go 8-1-1 in his first 10 starts between the pipes this season. Both goalies ranked in the top 10 in the state in save percentage and goals against average, providing the best 1-2 punch in high school hockey. The last month of the regular season would be the best stretch of their collective performances, as Barber and Rosenbaum would combine to allow just 5 goals in the final 6 games.
Obviously we had a couple, all-state caliber goalies, so we were real strong in net and strong on the back end. But we talked to our team about being a 5-man unit in all facets of our play, in all areas of the ice, in all 3 zones. To really be a relentless team defensively and really put pressure on the opponent defensively, do the little things, blocking shots, sticks in passing lanes, all those things that you can do in front of your goaltenders to limit. We really talked about limiting an opponent's opportunities.
What Stevenson was a couple months ago and what Stevenson is now are 2 different teams.
last few years, we had players that grew up playing on the same team, all played in Livonia, all played on the Knights, all played here, all played there. This group was not the case. This group, we had, 3-year seniors, a 4-year senior, 2-year seniors, and even a couple first-year seniors. So it was a group that, really had to come together within 1 year to lead like a senior class is expected to lead, and they did an outstanding job by working extremely hard. When you're a senior, you play every game like it's your last, and this group did that. They led from start to finish, and could not be happier with how they gelled as a group, and that filtered down to the rest of the team, no doubt.
119 days, 25 games, countless numbers of practices, meetings, and workouts, and it all could end in an instant. That's the beauty of high school hockey postseason. It's no longer about who wins the game, it's about who wins the period, who wins the next shift, the next moment, the next battle for every inch. For many, it ends in heartbreak. For few, it ends in triumph. At the beginning, 154 teams in the state believe they have a shot at being the last team standing.
When the bell rings out, this fight is on. Are you ready for me? 'Cause I'm ready for you. It's time for us to stop throwing down. Just look and see who's standing now. It's time for us to stop throwing down. Wow, look and see who's standing now. Look and see who's standing now. Look and see who's standing now.
If this ice could talk, the stories it would share of success, devastation, joy, sorrow, accomplishment, sadness. Some of the best high school hockey players in the state shed blood, sweat, and tears for the chance to skate here. A place so highly coveted and sought after, yet only a handful can say they've graced the ice and competed for a state championship. Making it to Computer Arena and being one of 4 teams remaining in Division II is a tremendous accomplishment, one that is not lost on Dave Mitchell and his players as they take a moment to reflect on their journey.
How much time?
Hi guys. This is cool, eh?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Just for 30 seconds. Like, the only people in this room that believed we could get here was who?
Us.
Yeah. Guys, it's special. It is, I'm not going to deny it. But it's still just, everything we do is special. Everything this team does. You think I'm kidding? Like, meetings to me are special. Okay? Meetings to me. Special. 6 a.m. to me. Getting harder as I get older. But special. Special. Hanging out with you guys. Special. Like, this is just another special event that we get to do together. That only 12 teams in the entire state get to do. And I couldn't be any more proud. And that's why pressure reveals habits. How lucky are we? Lucky. Some of you had great habits coming in. Others needed some help. Steve-O doesn't dangle into the corner anymore. Okay? He doesn't. Nowak puts pucks on tape, just doesn't throw them. Okay? Joe doesn't float anymore. Okay? Shane doesn't not get any more blue light turnovers just because he learned from last game. Okay? You know, I could go down the line with that. And no matter what happens, guys, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. And to do what we've done and to build this program, you guys have no idea what you're doing, which is awesome. So it's special. So it's very, very cool. So there should be no pressure because our habits are jumping on face-offs. Our habits are spreading the spots. Our habits are no blue line turnovers. And you're gonna have the time of your lives, fellas, playing the game you love with the people you love. At the time you want to play it, go out and do a job. Here we go.
The aggressor here, and a shot for the point goes in. Top shelf for Shane Leonard, who was just blasting it in to try to get his attackers on the attack, and he wound up scoring. That was a rocket. Maybe he didn't see it actually. I don't think it was tipped. It went by the defenseman. Here's another shot at the score. Right off the face-off, 2 in a row. Those face-offs are very critical, you can see, especially. For the puck along the forward center, pass backhander scores just like that. It's Nick Sudik behind the net, back around goal. Opportunity up the left side. Look out, here comes Wonder. Wonder moving in. Gets loose. He's taken down out front. They play on. Centering pass. Jansen close, and it's missed by Sudek. Oh!
I thought we had one there. I don't know if he was held or tripped up or not.
Sinclair holding, 10 seconds to play. Sinclair just backs the puck up, then fires it in. Livonia Stevenson is going to the Division II championship game.
I tell you what, it wasn't the prettiest.
No.
Okay? We would have regretted having so many chances. Okay? But we kept going and kept going, and we did the necessary things. Guys, here it's about getting the W. Like, now, hey, now do we have anything left to hold back? No! It's not a guarantee. You're always worried about your last game or last practice. Your last practice is tomorrow, and your last game's on Saturday, boys.
It's a strange feeling, knowing that the next game will be the last. On one hand, sadness that such a long, memorable time in your life is coming to an end. And on the other, excitement, because there is no tomorrow, and therefore, no excuse not to leave it all on the ice. It's fitting, in so many ways, that on day 129, Team 45's last and final opponent of the season, Brother Rice, is the same opponent they began the season with on day 14.
All right, here, listen. And of course I think about the message. I don't think about it before a state title game. I think about the message before every game. I think about a message before every practice. I think about a message before every meeting, okay? And so, like, I was thinking, and look at me when I say this. I'm gonna be brutally honest because that's all I've been with you. If you play that way today, with fear and tentative and the weight of the world on your shoulders and afraid, I'm telling you right now, fellas, no disrespect to us, but you will lose because they are more talented. Play our game and have a blast. Do not let fear and doubt ever rob you of today. But you know with me, it's not about today, it's about what? It's about life. It's about tomorrow. Do not let fear and doubt rob you of today. Do not let fear and doubt rob you of this moment. Do not let fear and doubt ever rob you of everything ever in your lives. So today, all I'm asking again, you go out, you have a blast, you do what you love to do with the guys you love it with. And I'm proud as hell of you. So today, no fear, no doubt. Here we go, boys!
Wave to Kowalski along the far boards. Kowalski centering pass. Here's a one-timer to score! Oh, they sent it right back up to the slot, and Alex Hunt was waiting there. And the one-timer beating Nicholas Messina, and it's a 2-1 game. There's an opportunity in front. That one went wide. A chance there for Shane Hunter to tie it. Here's another shot. Deflected in. Down low. Joe Alcantara with the tip in. We got a 2-all game.
It's a lot better offense we've seen in this zone by Stevenson. We didn't see anything like that in the first period. It's paid off twice here quickly in the second.
Back out to the point, fired in, into the chest, backhander again, another stop. Back-to-back stops by Messina. And this one's in, he can't stop that one. 4-3 game, just like that, the dynamic of this game changes completely.
When you've got something to prove, there's nothing greater than a challenge. At the beginning of the season, few expected anything of the depleted Spartans. The beautiful thing about hockey is that it is the epitome of a team sport. And not just a team sport in the sense that 23 players come together as a group, but that an entire family, an entire school, an entire community can come together as one to achieve the unthinkable. You see, hockey is the most dependent sport there is, relying not on just its players, but its coaches, its managers, the parents, families, fans, school, and community. That's what makes this sport so unique, is that it unites all these moving parts into one common goal. While wins and losses will fade, the memory of a brotherhood and the life lessons learned on the ice will last a lifetime. Because we will forever be Spartans.
Tell them if they want it, they can come and get that. I swear I love my city, I just want less. See me, they say with me, they ain't ready for that. Detroit verse, everybody.
I'm looking at yours and his. Oh, okay. Wait, I'm looking straight forward. Z, stand over there so I can I'm talking to someone.
2, got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fast but calm, fast but calm.
See, we debated that today. I like quick but don't hurry. He likes fast but calm. What do you guys like?
I like fast. I like fast but calm. That's not a double.
Fast but calm.
There's not a double. There's not a negative statement.
Just make good decisions with the puck today.
But the reason why I brought that up, because it doesn't matter, they mean the same thing.
Gotta,
Sunday's my laundry day.
Wait, Petey, tell him we're gonna hear the machine, dude. You're gonna hear the machine. You can't do it. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Shut the door. Let's go. Shut the door. Laundry. You haven't done laundry since you lived here.
Let it go. Let it go. That can be on the outtakes.
Yeah.